Hey guys, welcome to my October hits and misses. You may notice that the camera quality is a bit different. It's because I'm actually recording this on my MacBook using iMovie because my camera battery is charging right now. I'm really not used to seeing myself while recording. Again, I haven't recorded on my MacBook in a while, but it's quite nice to actually be able to see what I'm doing. So, okay, I'll just stop waffling and get into my hits and misses. The first two favorites are my L'Occitane Shea Butter Hand Cream and Foot Cream. I bought these as a set together. I had them previously in the 30 ml trial sizes, and I finished those. It took me like a year to finish those because I was like using them so sparingly because I really didn't want to finish them quickly, which was a bit silly because they weren't as expensive as I thought they were. But yeah, now I have these 75 ml sizes and I just love them. They sink in really nicely, you never feel greasy using them, and they just smell gorgeous. The hand cream and the foot cream smell different. The hand cream is more like a creamy shea butter smell, quite like a powdery, really comforting smell. And then the foot cream has a bit of, it has like lavender oil in it. But to me, it smells a bit like lavender, even a bit like minty or like eucalyptus, and the texture of the foot cream is a bit thinner than the hand cream, which works out nicely because the foot cream feels more refreshing and the hand cream feels more nourishing and more moisturizing, because the hand cream contains 20% shea butter and the foot cream 15%. Okay, next favorite is my Origins Clean Energy Gentle Cleansing Oil. I've used it for, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks now, and as you can see, I've barely made a dent, so this will last a very long time. I usually use 3 pumps into the palm of my hand, sort of swirl it together, and then massage the oil into my skin, which gives quite a nice warming sensation. And then after that, I wet my hands with some water and then massage the oil into my skin, which causes it to emulsify into like a white sort of liquid, or milk, yeah, more like a milk, and then that just like melts all the makeup off, and it feels really, really light. It's a really thin oil, almost like a water consistency, and it really removes all your makeup really efficiently, and it doesn't leave behind any sort of residue at all. So yeah, I've been loving this, and I love the smell. It's really refreshing. It's like grapefruit, orange, and lemon. So that has been wonderful. Next favorite is my Diorshow Blackout mascara. I got this back in August, and I swear it's getting better with age. It's been like 3 months, so I'm kind of slow today. I think I have a fever, so yeah, I can't really think straight. But yeah, this is the brush. I'm sure I've shown it to you before multiple times. It's really super black and quite glossy, so it gives you really dramatic lashes. I feel like I have about a quarter actually left inside, which is really great since normally mascaras like dry out by the 3rd month, and this has been showing no signs of drying out, and it's just performing really well. 1 coat is already quite dramatic, so if you're in a hurry, you could just apply 1 coat and you'd be good to go. Or if you want really, really dramatic lashes and really thick and voluminous, two coats is like really great for that. Next is my Egyptian Magic All-Purpose Skin Cream. But before I mention this, I want to talk about, where did it go? Oh yes, my Cetaphil moisturizing lotion. I use this on my body because I get really like itchy, dry skin, and this has actually been formulated for sensitive, chronic, dry skin. It's fragrance free. I'm sure a lot of you have tried it because loads of people swear by the Cetaphil cleanser, but this is the moisturizing lotion, and yeah, it's non-irritating, non-sensitizing, contains no fragrances, parabens, or lanolin, and it's non-comedogenic, which means it won't clog your pores. It contains a superior system of extra strength emollients and humectants, clinically proven to bind water to the skin and prevent moisture loss. So basically I've been applying this like every morning when I get up because my arms and legs feel really dry and just uncomfortable when I wake up. and once I apply this, it just feels so soothing and almost refreshing, and it's like instantly absorbed into my skin. And the great thing about this lotion, this is like a review as usual, the great thing about this is your skin absorbs it really quickly if it really needs that moisture. So if it's really dry, it gets absorbed like instantly, but if your skin isn't as dry, it can sort of tell how much it needs, kind of, if that makes sense. Like, it'll absorb this much more slowly if it doesn't need as much moisture, but eventually it does all get absorbed, and it doesn't feel very sticky. And I actually really like the smell. Even though it's fragrance free, it does have a really subtle smell, and it just smells really clean. And I only got this a few weeks ago, but I'm pretty much out of it already, so it just shows like how much of this I use. So yeah, I actually used to use this when I was taking Roaccutane, when my skin was really like extremely dry and itchy and like really fragile. I swore by this. I used like 5 bottles of this, and yeah, so now I've come back to it, and I remember why I loved it so much before. And then when, you know, on the rare occasion that the Cetaphil lotion isn't moisturizing enough, I will use my Egyptian Magic all-purpose skin cream, but just focusing on the areas that really need more moisture, because I don't want to use this up too quickly, because as far as I know, it's not available in Hong Kong, and it was quite pricey. So yeah, I've used about half of it now, and it's only been like a month and a half. So when I'm feeling really super dry, I'll just use this on, for example, my calves, because those are the areas that are the most problematic for me, and sometimes a bit on my elbows, like, yeah, just elbows, and yeah, just focusing on the most like desperate areas that need extra moisture. And then moving on to the last like sort of beauty related item. I have really mixed feelings about Revlon Colorstay, so it could almost be a miss for me. I really liked it at first because it provided like really great coverage and made my skin look flawless, and this month my skin has been really bad. Like, I've been breaking out a lot on my forehead, and there you can see like 2 massive pimples. So this was really good at covering it up, but the problem is, like, I didn't like the feeling of it on my skin. I'm used to my Dior Skin Nude, which is pretty much like weightless and feels like I don't have any foundation on, but whenever I wore this, like, I could feel it on my skin, and it felt really like cakey, and I felt really unnatural wearing it, and like ironically even more self-conscious about my skin. Even though it made my skin look more flawless, it was quite noticeable that I had foundation on, which I didn't like. And it was also getting really drying on my skin, and I do have oily skin, so that was really bad. Like, my nose started flaking, so I stopped using this only a couple days ago, and I've gone back to Dior Skin Nude, which means that I do need to use a concealer as well now. But I just want to see if my skin clears up if I stop using this, so I'll get back to you about that. But what I did like about this is that the coverage was so good that I didn't need concealer. I just used it with this Sigma F80 brush, and I just dabbed extra onto like parts I needed concealing and just sort of stippled it in as concealer, and it was great like that. And I really loved not having to use a separate concealer. But yeah, really mixed feelings about this, but I will do a full review on it when I figure out whether it's broken me out or not. So yeah. Okay, so non-beauty related favorites. Firstly is my bamboo plant. I actually got him from IKEA about a month ago, maybe just a few weeks ago. When I first got him, he was barely peeping out of the pot, and he has grown so much, about 1 inch a week, which is amazing, and I've been really enjoying taking care of him. His name is Bamboo, and his nickname is Boo. So this is him without the pot. Woo. So yeah, it's really healthy. When I first got him, he was only about that high, so it's been really nice like watching him grow, but his roots are starting to come out the bottom. So does that mean I need to transfer him into a bigger pot? Let me know, because I'm not really used to like taking care of plants. So two more non-beauty related favorites. I've been loving the Scripps new album, Science and Faith. I rarely ever buy like actual CDs. I usually just like download or just like listen to them on YouTube. But yeah, I love like every single song in this album, and which is really rare, and it's like the UK #1 album right now, I believe. So it's just like all their songs sound like really sort of epic, but and although the lyrics are quite depressing and you know they're all about like heartbreak, the music is really uplifting. Like you can tell that it's like positive, like sort of living and learning from past experiences, and you know how they influence the way you like they influence your positive mindset and how to approach like any future experiences and difficulties and challenges. And yeah, so I've been loving this, and that just sounded like pathetic. I'm sorry. I feel like my brain isn't working. And lastly, I've been really getting back into reading, which I've been enjoying, and usually I find it really hard to finish books because I get a bit ADD, and I usually prefer like watching stuff. I just feel like it's less effort. But yeah, I read this recently, Buy-ology, New York Times bestseller, How Everything We Believe About Why We Buy Is Wrong. Basically, it's a non-fiction book. This author, Martin Lindstrom, spent like 3 years doing research on marketing, like neuromarketing, so how advertisements and different like marketing influences our brain into thinking why we need to buy a certain product. So yeah, it was really interesting to read because I'm quite interested in marketing, and I'm thinking about marketing as a possible career option. So if you guys are into like marketing at all, or like psychology, this is pretty much a mix between the two. And yeah, so that was my favorite book of the month. And yeah, those are my October hits, and one semi-miss, Revlon Colorstay, unfortunately. I know a lot of people, this is a lot of people's HG foundation, but unfortunately it just didn't work for me. Yeah, the reason I didn't mention any of my Melvita skincare products is because I'm still in the process of testing them out. I feel like I need to use them for at least a month or so before I can actually give like a well-informed opinion on the products. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, guys, and sorry I was a bit late. I've been feeling a bit ill and still am, but hey, it's October 2nd, so not so bad. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!